Here with Ballroom from the White Tiger, and we're just gonna do a little question and answer about his life. So let's get started. Who did you kill, and how did you do it?
Well, it's simple. I killed my boss, Mr. Ashok. I killed him by breaking a bottle, and I hit him in the back of the head, and then while he was down, I cut his throat, like I've seen other people do many times.
What possessed you to do this?
I would say my idea of like living in the rooster coop. Like you can't you. There's no freedom in India. You see, there's so much corruption, and it's even though he treated me kind of well, I didn't want to be a servant anymore. No matter how long of a time, I wanted to be free.
Interesting. Now, did you get away with this?
Yeah, well, in India, you're never safe because even though you keep on bribing cops, that they could still rat you in, but...
Okay, that's interesting. I did not know that. Thank you. Okay, what are your favorite things to do in your free time?
I would say chew pan and spit it out, and just eating sweets and cooking and...
Why did you let your superiors influence your decisions so heavily in your actions?
Just being a servant, like, you don't have that much freedom, and like I had to act a certain way, and I just wanted to please them, and so they were basically kind of like my gods.
Fair enough. Fair enough. What is your biggest struggle in life?
I won't say I have like the biggest struggle, but it was tough, like getting over killing my boss, and
I can imagine.
I guess it was a little bit tough getting over the fact that my family may have been killed by my boss. And
are you passionate with anybody? Do you consider yourself loving? Caring? By any means?
No, I'm not really caring. I mean, even my family, they didn't treat me too well, and so yeah, I'm not really like, I don't give up my trust.
Okay. And why is that? Just because of your past?
Yeah, I mean, kind of more of a solitary guy.
Mm-hmm.
There's no one really like I fell in love with.
Okay. What is the highest position that you've ever attained?
I would say where I'm at now, working in Bangalore as a taxi cab owner. I mean,
okay.
Yeah.
What are your favorite people you have met along the way, and how did they impact your life now? Did they change your life in any way?
I'd say I don't have a favorite person I met. I mean, I would say that my boss maybe he impacted me a lot because I drove him. I mean, Mr. Ashok. Even though I ended up killing him, but
you learned a lot from him.
Yeah.
Okay. If you were not heavily influenced on killing, do you think you still would have?
Let's say no. I mean, the corruption in India, and just if I wasn't a servant, plainly, and I wouldn't have killed him. Okay. I mean, I was just stuck in the rooster coop. I mean, there was no getting out for me unless I'd done this. I wanted to be free.
Okay, that's understandable. What titles have you been called? Nicknames, certain names that ring a bell or anything?
Used to be called Muna.
Okay.
Which means boy. I was given that because my dad, the rickshaw puller, he didn't give me a name, and so the registrar at school gave me that name.
Okay. And what about your name now? Does that have any specific meaning?
Well, Hallwise means like sweet maker. Like that's my caste. Like I'm determined to do that. Like that's the thing in the darkness. Like you're given a role in society. There's no breaking out of it. But I found the way that's my greatest triumph is coming from the darkness to the light and just actually making a living.
Oh wow, that's interesting. What is your relationship with the supernatural world?
Not really a big fan of the gods. Even though my religion that's usually like part of it. But I mean, I would do it to please others. Sometimes I would pray like there would be like no fighting between Picky Manam and Ashok, but I sometimes would just do things to God, like just touch my eye whenever we would pass the temple,
Hmm.
because Mr. Ashok liked it and said it was respectful.
Okay. So you mainly contacted the supernatural world when you would want something.
I don't know if I'd want something. It's more actually like kind of like I don't know. I would say I'm just selfish and like we don't have a relationship. Me and
Okay.
God.
I mean, not a... What is your greatest triumph in your life?
I said that.
Oh, you did?
Yeah, earlier.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, sorry.
That's all right. So here's what all the viewers would like to know. We have 2 questions from them, and this is the first one. Do you consider yourself a beauty?
What do beauty mean?
Well, a beauty, you could be a self-proclaimed beauty, or you could be a beauty with the title of people giving you the name beauty. But it's pretty much, you do what you want, you're good at it, and you're good looking.
Yeah, I'm a beauty.
Yeah? Okay. Alright. It's cocky, but, I mean, you're honest. And here's a big one.
Legendary. First question. Who'd you kill and how'd you do it?
Well, I killed Duncan to start. And how I killed him? He was in my castle visiting. He just gave me the name, or the title, I should say, Thane of Cawdor. And he was sleeping. I snuck into his room after killing his guards, and I took a knife straight to his chest and hammered it through his heart. And then I also killed Banquo, who was a dear friend, but he had to go. And I killed him by hiring 2 murderers, and he was on his way to my castle for a dinner,
Yeah.
along with other royalty members. And he was a liability, so I had him taken out.
Nice. So, what would you say the purposes of killing Banquo and Duncan?
Well, I wanted to attain my true destiny, which is to be the king and the Thane of Cawdor. And as soon as I attained Thane of Cawdor, I knew that I must be king, and I had to do whatever it took. And by killing Duncan, like I said, he needed to be liquidated. He was not good for what I was trying to do or for the people around us.
Alright, let's go to the lighter side. I mean, what are your favorite things to do in your free time?
Well, to be honest, I like to get a little drunk. You know, I mean, everybody has to have a little wild side, you know?
Yeah, know what you mean.
Other than that, just go out horseback riding with my lovely wife, Lady Macbeth.
Oh, yeah.
She's a dear. I love her very much. And, I mean, we just relax and go. We usually go on horseback rides.
Alright, obviously, your wife you're attracted to, but could you explain something, a little bit about her?
Okay, well, my wife, Lady Macbeth, what can I say? She's a dime. Her smile lights up the room. She's pretty crazy in the bedroom, if you know what I mean. She's fun to be around, and you know she understands me. She puts up with my fits of anger from time to time.
Okay, why did you let your superiors influence your decision so heavily?
That's a tough question, but you know, I don't know if I necessarily let them influence my decision, but they definitely did have a say in what I needed to do, and I thought long and hard, but I knew what they were saying needed to be done, so I acted as soon as possible.
You had them taken care of.
Yes, this is very true.
Okay, what is your biggest struggle in life?
Oh, my biggest struggle. I would say having to cope with the actions I've done. I mean, they are obviously no simple task, and no man should do that. But like I said, I needed to, and It's tough to deal with from time to time, but I just try to put it out of my mind as much as possible. And my dearest wife, she helps me do that.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, it must be tough. I mean, killing people and then being haunted by them.
It's no easy task, that's for sure.
How did you overcome these struggles you faced?
Well, I'd say I had fits of anger for a little bit. That wasn't easy to deal with, and it did make me seem weak as a king and unfit to rule to most people, it seemed. But I had that taken care of.
How did you overcome these struggles you have faced?
Well, I had fits of anger, a lot of them. They were not easy to deal with, but as time went on, my wife helped me cope with them, and they soon went away.
All right, good to know. Were you would you say you were loving before you were king, after you're king, during your king? I mean,
I would say I was. I'd say I was a giver. I mean, I like to give. You know me.
yeah.
And but to other people, would I love them? I don't know if I would love them, but I definitely would have a soft spot for them.
Nice. What are your thoughts on corruption?
Oh, corruption. It favors the rich. Favors the rich for sure. Some say I am corrupt, but I was just trying to accomplish my full destiny, and look at me, I've done that. I am the king, and whoever doubts me, well, you know what happens to people who doubt me. They're liquidated pretty quick. But corruption, it's without our kingdom. A lot of people are corrupt. Banquo was corrupt. I had him liquidated pretty quick. So yeah, corruption, no good.
Who were the favorite people you have met and why?
Banquo was a dear friend. He was a good friend, but in the end, he was not with me. And I mean, I haven't really come by anybody across anybody like I have him before.
It's a theme. I mean, coming close to someone and then killing them.
It's hard. It's hard to deal with.
Alright, what is the highest position you have attained?
Well, I went from being the Thane of Glamis to being the Thane of Cawdor after a battle that I bravely and, well, I mean, to put it cockily, or to be cocky, I pretty much just took my sword and went through the competition and earned my title. And then that's how I got Thane of Cawdor, and then I am now the King of Scotland.
Yeah.
By killing.
If you were not so heavily influenced on killing, would you have?
No, I wouldn't have. A big influence of killing was my wife, who I love dearly, but I think she wanted it more than I did.
Yeah.
And I wanted to make her happy, so if I would have known it would have come with these fits of anger, excuse me, and the harsh punishments that followed, I don't think I would have.
Yeah. What titles have you ever been called?
I answered that.
Your nicknames?
Well, like Thane of Cawdor.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Alright. Great.